Hi everybody, welcome to episode 54 of the BAM Creative Podcast, which changes name every episode. There's only Rich and myself today. Morgan is ill and is quarantining himself, and you guys, Josh denies that he's ill, and
he sounds pretty ill to me.
He sounds pretty sick. What if he just sounds like that? Because sometimes he gets really low.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Barry White.
I know what you mean. Yeah, anyway. So today we're talking about 5 powerful content ideas for your social media. What makes them powerful? I want to know.
It's the recipe for success. So pay attention, people.
Pay attention to what I'm gonna say. So number 1, everybody loves a good story. So one of the greatest things about social media is it can be used to tell your brand story, which is probably a lot better to do on, say, Facebook, Instagram than your website, because it's people consuming content quickly. You can tell your brand story. And so what are, Rich, some of the ways that you can help tell your story on social media? Because we're trying to give these ideas to the people.
Sure.
So they can, be snappy.
All right, well, you've got the notes, so I have no idea, but I know.
Oh, okay. What's that?
No, I like what you said. Well,
what do you call that?
This is my interpretation of it, but you meant to read out Morgan's bullet points before you do that.
So
let's make it snappy.
Here are some ideas that you can do to tell your story on social media. So you can talk about what's coming up in your business this week. So how could, say, BAM Creative utilize that?
Sure. Do we do like cool fundraising events and all kinds
No, but this morning we had morning tea, so I call that an event.
Oh yeah, that's true. Did we get any photos of that? Oh,
yeah,
wait.
Morgan took heaps of photos. But actually a really cool thing would even be like a lot of our clients, like Natasha Lester, she's actually doing this is not a plug, but she's doing a thing at Dimmicks at Joondalup, and she's a client of ours, so we could, share her promotional appearance, because, our clients are part of our story. So that's really cool. Projects we're working on, so we could share. There was actually, I think, Morgan, you also shared some stuff on our Instagram of like our project management, which is kind of cool. So yeah, we can talk about these different aspects of projects that we're working on. What challenges you have faced during your time in running your business. I don't actually know how, could our morning tea be like an illustration of a challenging time? Because we really needed that morning tea this
Once
morning.
we get started, we wouldn't stop. That's the problem.
There were 2 plates of brown stuff and it was all chocolate. Another one is highlight of the week, which is the morning tea. I'm just going to keep going back to the morning tea. It's a great...
It has been the highlight of the week so far.
It really has been.
So we only need to post one thing.
But a highlight could be a new client coming on board, or a new milestone reached in your business, which would be really cool. Maybe even like a new staff member coming on board or something like that would be really cute. And why or how you got started in your business, which is how a really cute way of I don't know why I keep saying it's cute. It's cute.
It's kind of cute.
You could tell your story, or you could even
get some black and white photos up there.
Yeah, or different staff members and how they each play a role in the bigger picture of your business, which would be really cool as well. So
my little bullet point was
interject.
I did actually I did want to say something. I just want to say that all of that is well and good. Just make sure that you always ensure your brand is circled back to, it's the consistent thread. So even if you're breaking apart stories into different mediums and trying to find different ways to reach people, make sure that it's always clear who exactly is doing the talking, because I guess it can be easy to lose sight of that. And that doesn't literally need to be like the logo and fancy special effects. Even a tone of voice can be a brand. It can be part of your brand, as long as you're consistent and it's what your audience is into.
Do you know what's really interesting? I was watching or reading I'm not sure, a post that Gary Vee did, and he was talking a lot about voice and how you should get started on voice now. But he was saying everyone's focused on the visual aspect, but what does your brand actually sound like? Which is really interesting. He's figure that out now, because when you're doing your videos and things like that, when there is sound involved, it's a really good way of starting to implement that kind of what does your brand sound like? Is it friendly? Is it stern? Is it boring? Is it not fun?
Sounds like a branding workshop to me.
Oh, I love branding workshops. All right. I'm just kidding. You're not boring. You're really, really interesting. Speaking of, how come you're face like this?
Oh.
Like this, and I'm like this because I'm having a conversation. We can have a conversation. What is this? Hey. I honestly, look, let me do it to you, and then you tell me how you feel. All right, go.
Hi, Susanna Carr.
Alright, I feel unnatural now. Alright, so number 2. sharing what you know, which is something that we do massively on social media.
We do, don't we?
We do. So we actually use social media to share all of our... Are you dying, Morgan, or are you trying not to cough? I'm not sure.
Right.
We use social media to share all of our expertise, which is like little tidbits of information, tips and how-to, which is a really cool way of doing it because, yeah, it's free, valuable information straight away. They can consume it really quickly. So ideas on what you can share, tips and tricks, which I just literally said. Tutorials, which is really cute. I don't really... Yeah. No, I like it when you interject. Go on.
Josh isn't here. His market report. He loves these things where he like, this is the state of like real estate industry in like 2019 and all that sort of stuff in the property market.
I think it was like, yeah, that's it.
That's it. We had plans to like dominate every industry.
He has so many evil plans. It's like Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
I love that show. Do you love that show? Yeah, it's a good show, hey. Yeah?
Listicles.
What's a listicle?
Listicles. People love them. Clickbait.
Like say 5 powerful content ideas
exactly.
for your social media.
What's our top hit blog post? Like it still is.
10 tips to inspire content ideas. That's our second highest.
Is that it? Since the Instagram one that Teresa did?
Which is actually like going
100
down
years ago.
in traffic.
Alright.
Yeah,
there's the lessons we learned there. Keep it fresh, people.
Yeah, keep it fresh and listicle.
And listicles.
Is that a real word?
I would say identify the challenges faced by the market, take time to educate the market on why your product addresses these in unique ways, and that has nothing to do with sharing what you know. So there you go.
But why is it underneath sharing what you know?
It's all I had. It's all I had at the time.
Okay. Well, I like that you actually took the effort to redeem yourself for yesterday.
Hey! Alright.
No,
I got nothing.
I think you did a good job.
All I did is copy and paste in Google articles.
I understand that you're just saying that you have nothing because you don't want to like unload on me.
No, I legit have nothing else happening in my brain right now. So what's point 3?
Point 3 is become more human. Like that White Zombie song.
Is it how many A's has that got in it? Just one A.
Oh, the shade. I'm just gonna read verbatim here. I didn't actually say that before, so I'll just keep going down. So yeah, it's basically just a way of humanizing your brand, and because a lot of why? He's like, you're butchering my work.
Someone take a photo of this guy.
I
wish I had my phone.
Right
he's like,
now. He's going red in the face. Hang on, I got
this
selfie
is
camera.
not what I signed up for. I'm going back.
I'm just gonna. Oh, I love it.
That's him almost tipping over the camera.
He really
I got my back to you now.
So yeah, it's really easy for a lot of brands to become like robots. We are a brand. We don't care about you. We're Coca-Cola, and did you know that Coca-Cola pay companies to say that like sugary foods and stuff is healthy, but it's not?
Yeah,
or like sugar's healthy, but it's not. Okay, anyway. So yeah, it's basically humanizing a brand with BAM Creative as an example. I just keep talking about us, but we're so heavily involved with our social media, which is why I talk about us, is a lot of our photos and things like that. We try to make it everyone a part of the team, and it just makes it a little bit more, and I think that's something we've been even trying to do with our customer service lately, like give that personal touch, because people connect with people primarily more than they connect with a brand. I mean, unless you are Coca-Cola, unless you are Nike or something like that, it's highly unlikely your brand is going to achieve that kind of McDonald's status. So connecting with people, with humans behind the brand is going to be, I think, a really winning strategy.
And McDonald's is as like least human as you can get.
Do people even work at McDonald's?
It's robots. Small robots.
Do you know, before they did it here in Europe, they were doing the whole like order at the iPad, which is super helpful because everywhere we were traveling in Poland, and you'd stand there and be like, I don't know what that says. You could just go up to an iPad and tap on it. Oh, so much better. Do you know what it's like trying to order McDonald's in Polish? And you don't speak Polish? It's hard.
It would be very hard.
It's really hard. So anyway, here are some ideas that you can use when trying to humanize your brand on social media.
You're going to throw this back at me, aren't you?
No? Is it because I've already insulted you like 7 times in 20 minutes?
How do you become more human? Well,
you get that White Zombie album and play More Human Than Human over and over again. Number 1, share some funny quotes. Look, we're not really funny here at BAM Creative. We don't like to joke. There's no humour.
We say
nothing's funny.
Really funny stuff.
No, we don't.
It's so funny that it's not funny, if that makes sense. But
It's really
I'm going to post some. Would you give me access to the
No.
social accounts?
No.
I'll find them in the login folder.
What are some examples of how we could be funny? I don't know. Look, do you know what's really
silliest stuff all the time?
I have to say, one thing that I really enjoyed was back in the day on Twitter, we had a secret like funny things Bam says, and it was all like things that were overheard in the office. And I
remember that.
It was something like, you know, it's all like related to food usually, so it's like things about lunch. But I remember once the internet went down for a little while. It was when it was like raining and the internet goes down all throughout Perth. And everyone was just really bored and we didn't know what to do, so we all just started eating. And I was like, that's exactly what someone had said something like, when there is no internet we feed, which just like made everyone start laughing so much, and that ended up being tweeted. But it was just like things like that are kind of funny. Anyway.
I missed that.
You were not born yet, I don't think. What are you passionate about and why? I feel like this is where you could probably bring in those staff members to talk about what they love about either. I don't necessarily think it would be like, why I love working at BAM Creative. It's like, what drew me to my role, like in its present, state.
That's cool.
Or, you know, those kinds of things, like sharing those stories is really cool. Hobbies you enjoy. So stuff we share is like us playing table tennis, which is not really a hobby. But there's kind of like human aspects that aren't really about the work or making us look awesome. So now you interject.
Thought you'd never asked, Jess. So showing the team that make the magic happen does expose more... I don't even know what I'm saying. I agree with what you said, that humans I think allow you to find commonalities, all right, with like a person in a way that you can't with like a inanimate, shiny, glossy object. So
or a BAM bomb.
Yeah, unless you are into like creating those sorts of things or whatever. In which case, we don't want you listening to the show.
Yeah.
So, is that the idea behind like influencer marketing and brand ambassadors? By the way, is to like put a more human face on it.
There's an aspect of it.
If it doesn't
but it
work,
would be like somebody using that product in situ.
Yep.
I guess.
Yep.
I'm looking at Morgan to help, but he's now turned off now. He's looking at his phone. We need to confiscate his phone.
I was also thinking...
Yes?
What do you have to say about like the vital role that like charismatic industry leaders have, and how much endorsement their brands get as a result? I'm thinking like, would Apple be where it was if Steve Jobs hadn't been there?
I've got a better idea, because apparently Steve Jobs is not that popular, but may he rest in peace. Don't like to speak ill of the dead. But Gary Vee, my husband, former husband, he does that whole like, what was he doing? That fireside chat, or like, what's his like personal podcast that he does now? Where it's got nothing to do with his digital marketing, but he gets like 4 people, they all have dinner together and just talk random stuff for like half an hour. Yeah, I don't think he's done many of it, but it's like paper bag and they all drink wine or something. That's kind of cool. I don't know exactly what it's called, but yeah, it's kind of got this personal touch of his brand, and then it's just like a side thing. Because, you know, why wouldn't you like doing it?
No, I agree. Fully agree.
Something?
No, that's it.
Anyway.
Isn't that what we do as well?
Yeah, and then we try and do content that people could actually use. Number 4 is do more videos. Does that even make grammatical sense? And did what I just say make grammatical sense?
Do more videos.
Do more videos?
Do more videos.
Look, I have to apologise to all of the world, because Morgan is sick and he wrote this. But kudos for trying. I feel like this entire podcast now is just like, thanks for trying, it's not good enough. Thanks for trying, it's not good enough. It's not up to Jeff's standard, but look, I just want to like corrections corner over here and say that you guys are both great. Thanks for doing well.
No worries.
Do more videos. By the way, Morgan, can you put that on a shirt? Can you add that to your...
That's really rough.
Do more videos?
Hey Jess, by the way, I don't actually have any notes for point 4, so you're on your own. No pressure.
Mate, I've been carrying this thing. Don't worry about it.
Waiting to hear it.
Morgan's like, I'm dying
Waiting
and I want
to
this to
hear
be
it.
over. Okay, so number 4 is...
Come on, Jess, Morgan, what have you got?
Do more videos. As we all know, we've always talked about this.
Cool.
Doing heaps of videos.
What's point 5?
You can basically... Hang on, I'm not finished. He said try to make videos range between 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Now, I think that really depends on different social media platforms, as we've always talked about. I think
it's like one of those golf games where you've got to try and get it in between that perfect band there, and you've got to just try to get it either between 30 seconds or 3 minutes, but try really hard, okay?
But everything that we've already talked about, like all that kind of content, you can turn it into videos. The only thing that I would say is that if you're going to turn something to video, at least put subtitles or something underneath, because otherwise people won't consume it, or at least be able to demonstrate or easily convey what it is that is happening in the video without the subtitles there. So Instagram, you can do that in the caption if you can't do like subtitles or anything like that. Examples that Morgan put here, thanks so much Morgan for your great work. Make sure that do more videos is in big white bold text. One is tutorials and how-tos. Day in the life is the next one, which by the way, this is really funny. Morgan was telling me that one day he tried to do like day in the life of BAM, and he was like ready to go. He's like, I'm gonna do this. He's doing his thing. He was like filming up the stairs, and he came over to me and he was like, morning, and I was like, hi, because I was like in a really bad mood, and that was it. That basically canned that idea.
Well, I hope you still got the footage, because it's almost
I don't even think I looked at it.
Yeah, he didn't even look at me. I was like, so I sat on the chair and like I spun around and I was like, oh, okay.
I just kept spinning. Just like, yeah.
Can you then like quickly splice it with Jess turning on the coffee machine and like, it's okay?
I was so pumped that day to do it.
I ruined his life, and he's never been able to do it since. That was 7 years ago. Anyway.
I haven't done it since.
Answer questions, which we've also never done, but we do it in a really long form way of a podcast that people have to sit through like half an hour for to get an answer. A webinar, which we've also never done, but we have talked about it. So look, we're trying. And the last one is behind the scenes, which we have.
Which I tried.
We're trying to, but then I was moody that day. Sorry. So number 4, do more videos. Thank you so much for that.
Videos?
No, do you? Oh, you don't have anything to add?
No, nothing to add.
Okay, great.
I will if you want. I'll pull something up.
No, that's fine. I don't need you at this point. Thank you. I'm just kidding.
There's one more point. There's one more. And we saved the best for last.
Do you know what? Like, I feel like a celebrity who, when they're at awards shows, are just like, I'm gonna thank my manager, my assistant, my bodyguard, my finance officer. Like, they thank everybody, and then they're like, at the end of it all, I just want to thank my fans because I wouldn't be so rich without you. That's how I feel about you. Like, I would not be rich without you.
I get that now.
I intended. Thank you.
You can tweet that.
And like, you need to be here so the greatness can shine. Anyway, number 5. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry.
I'm rich on the inside.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. And the outside. Number 5 is quality over. I think that says quantity.
Probably
It does. No, it does. I was just trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It actually does.
It's alright. Her vision's not great either.
I'm not wearing glasses, and this is really.
Hey, I can't see
It's
nothing.
touch and go there. Give me yours. It's touch and
We're
go
doing
for
that?
a while.
We doing this?
Holy hell, you are blind, girl?
Yeah, I'm a blind girl.
You are a blind girl, as opposed to me. Okay, this is great. Oh yeah, now I can read much better. I love this. I love what you've written. You've written, invest in producing quality pieces of content of quantity. Because gone are the days, do you love this? Of producing high amounts of mundane pieces of content. People have short attention spans.
You're
You
getting
guys
a
have already
lot
stopped
of
listening.
Facebook messages down there. I'm just distracted.
I don't
just
really
gonna put my glasses on.
Is it nudes? No, just kidding. Quality content builds authenticity, trust, awareness,
Jeff
and
Bezos.
paying customers. Because you know what, guys? You can't fake quality content. You can't fake genuine content. So now you read your notes.
Not anymore. You can't.
Not anymore in
That's
this
right.
2019 world where everything's racist and offensive.
Look for online free resources on how to gain the edge over your competition with regards to quality. For example, the YouTube Effectiveness Guide, free download, showing insights learned from observing how users interact with their own platform. And see also BAM Creative Podcast Show.
Okay, let me just...
You're going to rip that up, aren't you?
Look online for free resources on how to gain the edge over your competition.
Oh, you're good.
Thank you. Just kidding. What does that say?
Please don't rip me up.
Oh, this is on mine.
No, because Rich said, are you going to rip it
No,
up?
I don't.
She's gonna put it on the refrigerator.
I don't know where you guys thought about this, but like I've never ripped up anybody's hard work. This is where you link here in the YouTube video as to when I did it. Don't do it. It's fine. Yeah. So that's pretty much the episode today. Did you guys have any thoughts?
What's quality over quantity? Is that editing, spending the time, like cutting down all the stuff?
Not, I don't think it's necessarily editing because I think, look, a lot of our content isn't quality in the sense that like...
We don't know what we're doing?
No, but like, oh my god. No, but like, it's not like Michael Bay produced videos. No offense, Morgan.
Oh,
Maybe
right.
one day you could be Michael Bay, but I hope that never happens to you because he ruined so many movies.
I don't want to be like Michael.
He ruined Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hello.
Do you remember when he walked out of the Samsung event or whatever it was? He like stormed off the stage.
Why?
Because someone said something and he's like, oh, to hell with this, and he just walked off in the middle of a presentation.
I just think of that Team America song when they mention Michael Bay. Like, why does Michael Bay keep making movies? Because somebody said to me, oh, I saw Pearl Harbor over the weekend. It was a great movie. And I was like, did we watch the same movie? It's terrible. It goes for 3 hours and Ben Affleck's in it. Like, what do you want to do? Anyway, the point is that our content is not filmed by Michael Bay or whatever. So in that sense, it's not quality content. But the content that we choose to put out, we feel like our audience would get value out of. Otherwise, there's no point in putting out content. So that's kind of like the guiding light that we have here. Sure, it could be way better produced and maybe we could actually have some like cool artwork around here and our video could be cut and we could have proper theme music and...
We're still waiting for that YouTube check.
Yeah, exactly right. Like our 1 million subscribers. But yeah, I think that the guiding, the true north is to provide quality content that we feel like our users could actually action straight away. That's us, but it could be different for every other brand.
Be true to your brand.
Yeah.
Provide value. And be authentic.
Literally just what I said. But that's fine. I didn't even say that. Morgan, you said that. This is all you.
Summarise it in chief.
I'm just reading from the script, mate.
notes.
Exactly. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the BAM Creative Podcast. My name is Morgan.
Best episode yet.
This is Jess. That's Rich over there. Thank you for watching and listening.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Rich. Oh, mate, you're Jess.